As Donald Trump, the President of the United States, lands in China, what is the most important stock and business that we need to focus on?
The President of the United States.
Have you any idea
China,
what that might be? We do have some audio
stock
coming from somewhere that we need to focus on. Hang on. There we go. Should we try that again? Let's carry on. So what is the number one stock that we should be focusing on? USA rare earth. It's the earnings call tonight as Donald Trump meets Xi Jinping. This stock will be the thing that is discussed and more important than anything else. It's not Jensen Huang, Nvidia. It's this. And let me explain why. Let's get straight into it. So what if I told you China's stranglehold on the future is about to crack? Right now, as you watch this live event, there is a deal being hammered out between Donald Trump and Xi Jinping. And at the center of that deal, a material most people can't even name. Stay with me, because in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you, before the earnings call begins, exactly why this moment could be one of the most important in American industrial history. And I bet you hardly anyone pays attention to it. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. If you are new here, I'm glad the algorithm found you. Really, I mean that tonight, because this is one that nobody will be paying attention to. Because today is not a normal day on the show. Today we're going to be live right before the earnings on one of the most strategically important stocks I have covered in years. Because what's happening right now in Beijing and China in the morning, in fact, will change everything. And this will be the center of it all. So let's get into it. I need you to stay until the end, because as we go to the facts, number 10 will then go into the earnings call. You will not want to miss this. So I'm going to leave you number 10 with the verified facts about USA rare earth, ticker symbol USAR. And then we'll go straight live into the earnings. So let's get straight to it. It's going to be a big night. This is not just an earnings call. This is very, very different. This is a geopolitical event. And if you don't understand the 10 facts I'm about to share with you, you will not understand what you are watching. When those numbers hit, so lock this in. Let's go. Think big. Be big. The bigger picture. Here it is. So are you ready for the USA rare earth event? It's going to be a big one. It comes up right after this. Tap the like button. Consider subscribing. This is an earnings event like no other we've ever done before. Let's get straight into it. If you are watching later, you can skip through all this. For the rest of you, tap the like button, share it out, put the kettle on, because it's going to be a big night, and I'm going to give you the earnings plus all the facts why this is so important. Let's go straight into USA rare earth. The big show starts now. As Donald Trump meets Xi Jinping, this is the number one stock that everybody will be talking about, but you won't know about it and you won't hear about it on the news. It is USA Rare Earth. It's the centerpiece of everything and you're not even aware of it. USA Rare Earth. In just a few minutes' time, we have the earnings call. We're going to cover it live. We're going to hear mention to what's happening tomorrow in China with Trump and Xi Jinping. You don't know it yet, but you're soon going to find out. So let me break down why this is so important, the business, the 10 facts before we get to the earnings call. So let's get straight into it. Tap the like button. Here comes everything you need to know about a big event that you're not even aware of. The USA Rare Earth. It's what it's really about. Not Jensen Huang, not Nvidia, not Tesla. This. And let me tell you and explain why. So let me give you 30 seconds of context. Rare earth elements are not what most people think. They aren't that rare earth in the ground. What is rare is the ability to mine them. That's what's rare. Process them and turn them into the magnets that power almost everything. Modern, everything new. Electric cars, EVs, EVTOLs of the future, just about everything involved in data centers uses all of this. So I'm talking about fighter jets, EV motors, missile guidance systems, wind turbines, robotics, artificial intelligence infrastructure. China controls 92% of the world's production of the most powerful permanent magnets on Earth. And tonight, Donald Trump is in a hotel preparing to meet Xi Jinping in the morning. And everyone's talking about Nvidia. Everyone's talking about Tesla. They haven't got a clue. That's just what's making the news. This is where the real power lies, the real money. 92%. Think of that. It controls 92% of the stuff we need in all the stuff. That means if China decides to flip a switch, America's defense supply chain, its EV industry, its AI build out, all of it hits a wall. Bang, done. You've no idea how important this is. That is the world the USA Rare Earth was born to fix. That's what it's all about. Tonight's earnings changes everything. And right now, today, that mission has never been more urgent because as we sit here, Trump and Xi are in Beijing and rare earths are on the table. Big time. And you won't even hear about it. I promise you won't hear it on the news. Certainly not Bloomberg and CNBC. They'll focus on the trendy stuff to get you to watch, to appease their commercials and their advertisers. So let's get into the facts. 10 of them. All fact-checked, all verified, my own research, and every one of them matters. Fact one, fact number one, and this is the one that separates USAR from almost every other company in this space. Are you ready? USA Rare Earth is not just a mining company. They are building what the industry calls a mine-to-magnet supply chain. This is essential viewing tonight, folks. Tap the like button, share this out. Nobody will be paying attention to this, I promise you. They'll all be focusing on the sexy stuff. This is the real power, the real money. The supply chain entirely inside the United States. That's what Trump wants, and that's what USA Rare Earth want as well. Mining, processing, alloy production, magnet manufacturing, every stage, one American company. One American company on American soil. So why does this matter? Well, because right now, even if an American company mines rare earth or in the US, it often has to ship that material to China to be processed. USAR is trying to close that loop permanently. Let me bring you fact number two. Fact number two, the number you need to remember. China manufactures approximately 92% of the world's sintered NdFeB permanent magnets. Think about that for a moment. Write that down. Put that in your brain. It's not about Jensen Huang, Nvidia, Tesla, because behind that is this, but it won't make the news. 92%. These are not ordinary magnets. These are the magnets inside your EV, inside the drone flying over a battlefield, inside the guidance system of a missile, inside the motor of a wind turbine generating power. When China hit the rare earth export restriction button earlier this year, the world felt it instantly, immediately. Price spikes, supply shortages, defense contractors scrambling. This is the problem USAR exists to solve. This is why this is a stock you've got to pay close attention to. Fact number 3. Fact number 3, this one happened this year in 2026. USAR's facility in Stillwater, Oklahoma officially began commercial magnet production in 2026. This is the one of the first, potentially the first fully integrated rare earth magnet manufacturing operations on American soil. Think about what that actually means, folks. As you tap the like button, consider subscribing. I will come to all comments in the chat shortly. What does that really mean? Well, when you hear politicians talk about bringing manufacturing back to America, about reshoring critical industries, this is what it actually looks like. Not a press release, a factory making magnets in Oklahoma right now. No. Fact number 4. Let's get to it. Are you ready? Fact 4. Texas. Just down the road from me here in Texas, USAR's Round Top project in West Texas is considered one of the richest deposits of heavy rare earths in all of North America. And they just moved to become the exclusive operator of that site. Now, heavy rare earths, let me explain what that is. Why the world heavy? We often talk about heavy metals, not in the rock sense, all right? What does it really mean? Heavy. Heavy matters so much. Heavy rare earths like dysprosium, I can't pronounce it very well. I'll try again. Dysprosium and terbium are harder to find, harder to refine, and more critical for high-performance military and industrial applications than the light rare earths most people talk about. They are the rare earths that make magnets, work at extreme temperatures, the kind of temperatures inside a jet engine or a missile. This is why this is critical. Round Top is a strategic asset, full stop. And that is what's happening right now. We've got just over half an hour to go before the earnings call. Tap the like button. We're nearly there. This is what tomorrow is really about here with Xi Jinping and Trump, not Jensen Huang. It's taken all the attention away. It's strategically done, by the way, to grab attention so you're not focusing on what really matters. Another big story is Taiwan. That'll make more attention. It's more sexy. The press likes to cover that one, but this, they won't. Fact number 5. This is happening right now as you watch this live event with me tonight. Reuters reported today that China's export restrictions on key rare earth materials are still heavily impacting global supply. Even with ongoing trade negotiations between the US and China, this is not a future risk. This is a present crisis. Companies that need these materials are already rationing. Okay, this is already a problem. Defense contractors are already worried. Consider your defense investments, all right? And the Trump administration has made it very clear America cannot be held hostage on a single foreign supplier for materials critical to national defense. Every day that restriction stays in place, the case for USAR gets stronger. And we're going to cover the earnings in just half an hour. Here is fact number 6. Fact number 6, this is the one the financial media buried. Okay, what is it? I'll tell you right now. Multiple reports confirm that rare earth supply chains are part of the current Trump-Xi summit agenda. Today, right now, while we are on this show, think about the timing here. USAR earnings are dropping right now, and Trump and Xi are negotiating rare earths today. This is massive, folks. Put the pieces together, all right? China's export restrictions are active today, and USAR's Oklahoma facility is producing magnets today. There is no stock on the US market sitting at the exact intersection of all 4 of those facts right now, except this one. Here is fact number 7 with half an hour to go. Fact number 7. Say these names out loud with me. Dysprosium. Can you even say that? Dysprosium. Do you know how to spell it? I was like trying to get it right today and I'm still messing it up. Dysprosium. Sounds a bit like ambrosia cream rice, if I'm honest. Terbium. Neodymium. Neodymium. Just magnets. All right. Those 3 materials power US fighter jets, advanced microchips, EV drive motors, and missile guidance systems. Without it, none of it works. Wind turbines feeding the power grid. China's export controls have already caused shortages and price spikes globally. The US military has been vocal in congressional testimony. In the Pentagon, reports about the danger of dependence on an adversary for these inputs. We can't have it anymore. It's been like this for years. When the Pentagon talks about a rare earth problem, investors need to listen. All right? We're now coming on to our final facts. We've only got half an hour to go before the call. We are going to go into a Q&A with you, so stand by for all that information and all the chat and getting ready for the earnings itself. Fact number 8. Washington is paying attention to all of this, and in January 2026, the US Department of Commerce issued a letter of intent connected to expanding USAR's magnet production capacity in Oklahoma. A letter of intent from the Department of Commerce is not a guaranteed contract, but it is a signal. It tells you that the US government has identified this company, this facility, and this mission as strategically important. Okay? That matters for the future contracts, for permitting, for funding, for credibility with institutional investors. Government support is a tailwind, not just a headline. Fact number 2, half an hour to go before the call. Sorry, fact number 9. What did I just say? Fact number 2. Fact number 9, and this is critical for what we're about to watch and what we're about to listen to on the call. When those earnings drop in half an hour, you will need to know what to look for. Do you know what to listen out for? To give you an idea of whether you should buy this stock or not. Well, I'm going to give you those numbers and what to look out for. When the earnings drop, do not just look at the revenue number. I know everybody will. They'll look at the earnings beat and the revenue number. The market is watching this report for 5 specific things. Number 1, production ramp up. Is there a production ramp up? How many magnets is Stillwater actually making? Number 2, customer orders. Who is buying? They'll mention it on the call. They won't give specifics, of course, of their customers, but they will tell you enough for you to make an informed decision. 3, government support. That is the key tonight. Listen out for government support. If they mention that, it could be a massive buy. All right. At the moment, as you can see, the stock is going down. This could be a very, very volatile evening for rare earth, USA rare earth. Let me just see if I've got some numbers coming in. I want to bring it to you as much as I can. Nothing yet. Nothing really amazing coming out yet. So I'm keeping my eye on a lot of things this afternoon. So any new government contracts, that is critical. All letters of intent. They'll even mention that as well. Number 4, magnet manufacturing progress. How is it going? Are they hitting milestones? And number 5, the China narrative. They're bound to mention China because tomorrow it's hot on the agenda. You won't hear about it on the news. Everyone's focusing on Jensen Huang, Elon Musk, Tesla, and Nvidia. But behind all of that is this. This is much, much bigger. All right? And this is why I'm covering it tonight. This is why we're focusing on it. Are they explicitly positioning against Chinese supply chains? That will tell you a lot. All right. USAR trades on strategic narrative and execution milestones, not just quarterly profit numbers. If you miss that, you'll misread the reaction. Fact number 10. Fact number 10, the most important one. The 40,000-foot view. What do I mean by that? The 40,000-foot view. USAR is not just a mining company. That's what everybody thinks. That's what retail thinks it is. It is a thesis. Right now, the United States is in the middle of the largest reshoring push in its modern history. Semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, steel, energy infrastructure, AI data centers, all of this we cover live on our show and explain all of these as we cover all the earnings. And now, rare earths. The political will is there. The national security imperative is there. The capital is starting to follow. If America successfully builds a domestic rare earth supply chain from mine to magnet, this is the thing, the companies that built it could become among the most strategically valuable industrial players in the country for the next 30 years. Way bigger than what we're talking about with Tesla and everything else. Because without all of that, without this, you don't have that. All right? This and that and this. That is what USAR is trying to become. That's what it's focusing on, and we'll get to hear that tonight. This is like the new Nvidia and Tesla combined. Now, whether they can execute that, well, that is what earnings will start to tell us, and that's why we're covering it in 27 minutes. And that conversation starts right now. We're going to cover it live on the show. So I told you at the start, stay until the end, and you won't want to miss this. Here's why I said that. I'm going to put it all into context now. You just heard 10 facts about the company. I broke it all down. This is positioned as at the intersection of a trade war, national security, government contracts, and domestic manufacturing, and an open and a once-in-a-generation reshoring of American industry. This is a unique, pivotal moment that most people are not focusing on. All right, here we go. We're starting to move now. We're turning green. I had the studio green for this already. Most retail investors will watch USAR earnings and look at one line, net income. They will miss it. They'll see a small, unprofitable company and click away. That is exactly the wrong framework. This is a pre-revenue infrastructure build. The right framework is, are they hitting milestones? Well, are they? We're about to find out. Are they winning the government's attention? We will find that out tonight. All of this is going to happen. Are they becoming indispensable to the US? Well, I can tell you, because I've had already communication from my press room White House contact. You may remember we traded this a few months ago. Politicians were in and out of this doing some Very unusual trades. You may remember live on the show, I traded this and made 10% in 1 second. You saw it happen on the show. A lot of people are paying attention to this. Will it be the new US supply chain? Independence? Those are the questions, and we might get the answers. Here we go. Look at this. Tonight. That will determine where this stock goes. This could be a massive night. If there's anything leaked out of China, if there's anything ahead of the China deal, and trust me, things have already gone on in the air, on the way through, things are happening. So it creates a nice environment tomorrow for Xi and Trump. Okay, this is how it goes. So over the next 18 months, we can see a pivotal change in this stock. And you, because you stayed to the end, you now know exactly what to look out for. All right, so let's get into the earnings. This is it. We're now going to go into the chat. I want everyone to take part in the chat. There are our 10 facts. That's what it's all about. I hope you enjoyed that. Now we're going to cover the earnings. Here we go. So let's get ready to rumble. The stock is moving now. This could be a violent stock tonight. We're up 6% or 5.5% already. Starting to move. The deal could already be done in the air. We could see 100% move tonight. This stock could move 100%. Way more than you can imagine. Right, the numbers are in. It is a massive beat. We are still pre-revenue. We are still losing money. We were expecting to make 21 cents a share negative, and it's 12 cents a share negative. That is fantastic. One of its best performances in a few years, and the investors love it. This could run 100% tonight because everyone is waiting for what comes tomorrow. So whether rightly or wrongly, this could pump 100% tonight on the show. Okay? I can't see it going down very much though from here because we've just done a massive beat and the expectation for tomorrow will be through the roof now. So this could run up 100% without any real downside. But we'll see what happens. All right? Okay. Let's get ready. We've got a big night ahead of us. Rare Earths is giving me, at the moment, a blank screen. It's a white screen. They won't have it until 1:45 the hour. When we get that, we'll go back to it. But for now, all we can do is go to the chat. So let's do that. Let's go to the chat. Here we go. Very quiet in the show tonight. I cannot believe a stock that could change everyone's portfolio. Only 55 likes. Tap the like button, guys. You've got no idea what you don't know, I suppose. And consider subscribing as well. Okay? Right, let me go through the questions. Who have we got here tonight? Stephen Lewandowski, hi from Florida. Amano, how you doing? Vaz sent me. His shows are usually better. Yeah, I know. He told you, didn't he? Vaz sent me. Vaz sent himself, did he? Is that what he did? Vaz, I thought of a new name for the Saturday show, the landing pad. That's an interesting one, says Vaz. Liz is here from Germany. Amano. Nice seeing you again, Liz, on the stage event. Amano. Hi, Lizzie. How you doing? How you doing? Who else we got here? Brit, Patriot, Sam. Lovely to have you here. No chance I'd get involved in rare earths when the chance of government intervention every year. Well, that's the power of it, right? Brit, Patriot. I'm also from the United Kingdom. Lovely to meet you here. My studio is here in Dallas, Texas. My home is in Cornwall, in England. Sure, this isn't just about getting involved in a stock market. It's impact on everything. Spot on, Amano. Spot on. Well said. Brit Patriot Sam says, what on rare earth are you talking about? I just said I wouldn't touch the sector because government price setting is a day-to-day worry with rare earths, probably along with copper. No, I don't agree, actually. I think it would be very good to have the government get behind this. They'll end up doing what they did with Intel. Remember the Intel story? They bought the company. So I'm not so sure you're right there, but I respect your opinion. I just don't agree with it on this particular case. So here we go. Holding for now says Sorto Scanning Repair. Lovely to meet you. When might crypto rally? So you're drawn to magnets. Not me oh, I see. Very funny. All I hear is blah, blah, blah. No action, no direction, prediction. Well, I can't say. I've not covered an earnings call before. I've done some analysis for you, but we're going to hear from the company very shortly. So do you think they're going to beat? I don't know. It's why I'm covering the earnings to learn about the business. I've never covered this one before. Hey, new guy listening. There we go. Dysprosium is a soft silver-white rare earth element, atomic number 66. Thank you, Terry Rose. In the lanthanide series, heavily used in high-performance permanent magnets for electric EVs and wind turbines. Thank you very much indeed. I thought it was an anagram, says Bob's in Spain. Bob's in Spain. I'm glad you've joined me. I can't accept your friend request because you are a Lucasade, not a Lucasade Pro. I only provide one-on-one service and a direct link with a friend request and all the rest of it for Pro members. I did say that in the sign-up process. So I'd have to reject your friend request. You can always send it again if you then go pro. If you once I've rejected it, you'll have to reset it and send it again. Just let me know you got that. Just so it will save me contacting you later. All right. So Bob's in Spain. Let me know. That'd be great. Elmer Fudd, when you go into England, Elmer Fudd, that's a bit rude. If you're going to be rude, I'll just ignore you. All right. When you go to England versus Croatia game in Dallas, I'll be there to smack you. Okay. So you've been stupid. You've threatened violence. So you are banned from the channel. There you go. Bit silly, isn't it? There you go. Well done. Congratulations for being banned like the first day you've come in. I don't think anyone's ever done that before. Well done. Congratulations. You should get a medal. Good afternoon, everyone. The US government already owns 13% of USA Rare Earth, don't they? They added it to their vault or whatever they call it at the beginning of this year. That is correct. I told you about the inside trading. I was getting, I've got a Press Room White House contact, which I share with my Discordians and Electra members. Where is the crash on the S&P? Where is the crash on the S&P? Well, we've not had the carry trade unwind yet. That comes in September, October. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. No volume, sir. There's nothing wrong with my volume. I dare say you've got your speakers turned off. All right, there's nothing wrong. Was reported, said Simon. Simon, what was reported? What was reported? I don't know what you mean. The US government already owns 13%. Yeah, we've answered that already. I got 10 shares right before the jump. Congratulations. Well done indeed. I can't see it not doing well tonight. Everyone, you saw what happened with NVIDIA tonight because of Jensen Huang. It's all a publicity stunt. I did not buy that at all. I'm not going to play silly buggers like that at all. I've beaten the market for 3 years in a row, and I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start by buying hype. No way. It's not what I do. Let's have a look. Sounds like a pro-war stick, says Knocking Star. Wish me luck. I do wish you luck always. You're one of our members. This is a great buy. I got 25 shares off the bottom. Congratulations, RV. MP is good too. 100% on Robinhood. Terry Rose. I bought MP at $20, but USAR is a better deal. Right, we are 15 minutes to go before the call. I'll get a refresh on the deck in the next 2 minutes. I bought a few shares right before the close. In my opinion, be a whale on this one. Holy, says RV Capitalist. Not quite on my end. Not quiet on my end. No. Yo, Big Yorkshire, did you get your problem sorted out? You said to me in Discord there were some problems. I hope you got it sorted out. Goat Trophy. I think, are you talking to me? It's very kind if you are. Hello from Bacalar. I'm not sure what that means. Listening while working, 1970. Buckley Martyn, is there going to be a live press conference with Trump and Xi Jinping? Of course there will, and I will cover it live on the show. Can you explain what we are waiting for tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow we'll get information from Xi Jinping and Donald Trump, but bit bigger than that, for our audience at least, is the Clarity Act vote. We're going to cover it live. Prawn crackers and magnets. Prawn crackers and magnets? I have no idea. Cheese and crackers, grommet. I'll take my blah blah back. Okie dokie. What's the attraction? What's the attraction? Love Cornwall, says Josh. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, I have a castle there. No problem. It was to know who the scammers were from the 10 Real Deal. No problem. It was to know who the scammers were from the 10 Real Deal. Yes. Yes, I'm sure you were inundated, right? But I can only accept friend requests from pro members and provide one-on-one support, so on. So Bob's in Spain. Great, thank you for letting me know. Sad trolls, yeah, they've got nothing better to do, have they? Dang, that's rude. Yes, it was very rude, wasn't it? Or I was rude, or no, the guy coming in saying he was going to, yeah, threatening violence. Yeah, it's a bit silly, isn't it? Anyway, silly Billy, yeah, he's gone now. He's just sitting there talking to himself. He doesn't even know he's banned. He doesn't even realise it. What? Well, he does now. I just told him, right? What price would you buy USAR? I am waiting for clarification. I'm not looking to buy this tonight. All right? I'm waiting to hear what they say. I don't guess and gamble. That's how I've beaten the market 3 years in a row. All sorted now, Marty lad. Great. Big Yorkshire. Great. So can I close the ticket then on you? Let me go over big Yorkshire. Let's have a little look. I think the ticket might be closed already. Yeah. I think the ticket's already closed. Anyway, I think it is anyway. Okay. Hello, says Better Wellness Company. How are you doing? All right. Okay, here we go. The deck should now be updated with 14 minutes to go. Let's have a look. Right. It's asking me for some details. Let me put it in. Okay. I'm just getting the details in. Starts in 14 minutes. There it is. We've got slides tonight. Very nice indeed. This is the presentation. Let me share with you on the screen. Great stuff. There it is. USA Rare Earth first quarter 2026. You know what to look out for. It's all coming up in a few moments. In fact, it's just 13 minutes. I'm very excited tonight. We could learn a lot. So, is everybody good? We've answered all the questions. Wonderful stuff. Tomorrow is the big day. We've got Clarity app. We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, all that stuff. Specials coming out tomorrow. It's going to be great. I'm really excited about it. Plus, we've got Xi Jinping with Trump. It's going to be fantastic tomorrow. Very busy day indeed tomorrow. All right. What does rare earth produce mostly? We've been talking about it all night. Lots of metals to make magnets that get used in everything from military, missiles, to planes, to EVs, to EVTOLs, to data centers and everything. I already see it, Simon, USAR. What do you already see? I already see it. I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, I'm glad you're seeing it. Whatever it is you're seeing it, I'm glad you're seeing it. It's good to see what you're seeing, isn't it? If you see it, say it. If you're seeing it, say it. Say it if you've seen it. Name the TV show. All right, okay, 11 minutes to go. Let's get ready to go. Here we go. If you see it, say it. If you're saying it, see it. If you can't see it, don't say it. If you're saying it, see it. Right, here we go. This is all happening tomorrow. Such an important stock. It's amazing because if I was doing NVIDIA, there'd be 10,000 watching. This is behind NVIDIA, and yet no one's paying attention. It's always the same. Same with Coca-Cola. When they told you about recession coming, McDonald's told you about recession coming, nobody was watching. They were all watching like crypto channels telling them all going to get rich. And then what happened? Went down the toilet. No one pays attention to the real stuff. It's the way it works. I'm just getting really hot right now. I'm going to turn the air conditioning up. How long have I got? 10 minutes. Okay, I've got time. I've got... no. We won't do that tonight. We haven't got any more capacity on the Discord server today. We're all fully booked again now. There's a number of people that I'm helping tonight, so I can't let anybody else on Discord tonight. So while I'm waiting, we've got exactly 10 minutes. I'm going to give you a few things that might be helpful to you. There is my X link. If you want to follow me on X, I post lots of shorts, clips, headlines, facts, little bits, because on X, everyone's lazy. Everybody wants an answer in 5 seconds. Everybody wants something they can just, absorb in a second. So there is my X. If you'd like to follow me there, I post every 15 minutes, I post a headline 24 hours a day. I have all these events set up that I work on in between the shows, and I post them out schedules around the clock. So wherever you are in the world, whatever time you are, there's headlines coming out for you. Not using AI, by the way. That's just my videos that I've recorded, like on these shows. I just post the short clips. I don't have AI. There's no AI here. I do it all live, all right? And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, I'm actually going viral at the minute. I've got several videos that have gone viral. People are picking them up and sharing them in different investment groups. There is my Instagram, if you'd like to follow me there as well. And if you want the one-on-one support, but there is no availability today, there's now a queue again to join, because we have a one-on-one service. There is no AI, no bots, no robots. Message me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm trading live all the time, and I literally answer the questions all the time. And we provide training, one-on-one support. There is Discord. Price never goes up, no inflation. There it is. If you want to become a YouTube member, there is the YouTube membership. We have special events, members-only videos, members-only live streams. I'm probably the only person on YouTube that answers every single member's comment, even though we're 113,000 subscribers. Every single one. Every single one. So there is the YouTube membership, if you like that. If you want our newsletter, on the other hand, there is a newsletter award-winning #2 bestseller on Substack, which is the best place for newsletters. The owner, our partner on the show, Sensei, talks regularly to Michael Burry, so he's got some good information which he shares with you. All right. Yes, Hasmat. Yes, one-on-one. Let me tell you why. I'm not a YouTuber. That sounds crazy. I'm on YouTube, right? I was voted as the world piano man. I've toured the world as an entertainer for 40 odd years. And I decided during COVID to build a TV studio, which I think arguably is one of the best live streaming studios on YouTube TV. And I wanted to help people. I've been investing since I was 17 with Barclays Bank, and I'm here to invest and help you. So what I want to do is offer my services for free. But if I do it for free, we get all the bots in, the idiots, and we have nothing. So I've made everything as cheap as possible, and it never goes up in price. There's no inflation, and I'm always trying to add new services as we grow to give you more. I make my money out of doing this job, and I don't mean YouTube. I mean investing. Right? My portfolio started, how long have we got? 7 minutes. My portfolio, this is my real money, my real bank account, my real shares and everything. Look, my portfolio started at $5,000 4.5 years ago. We're now at 726. No options, no shorts, no guessing, no gambling, and there's no crypto profit in that either. That is just by buying with conviction the S&P and Coca-Cola. Do not tell me you cannot make money by buying quality businesses. You always buy the bottom. I never focus on selling the top, ever. Never do. Don't even try to, because the top never exists. Gone forever. I always focus on buying the local bottom, and I always do. And I teach you how to do it on my Discord server. And that's what I do. And I don't want AI. I don't want bots. I don't want 1,000 people joining. As it happens, we've got 700. But I provide a one-on-one support. So if you message me, it's me, and I speak back to you. I give you a voice message. I speak back to you. Not with AI. I just pick up my phone and speak to you. At 3 o'clock in the morning, if I'm getting out of bed and I'm buying Bitcoin, I'm telling you in Discord I've done it. I do a screenshot. I share the order with you, so you see my account, what I've done, how much money I've spent. And then I do 2-stage events every day. Today we had it was great. We had 3 ladies join me in the Discord. Well, there was 58 people join me. But there was 3 ladies who called in, all asking me questions. And I'm very proud of that because we have 13.8% ladies on the show. Most channels that do crypto and stuff like that have less than 1%. 3 ladies today that wanted to ask me about different things in investing. We had a great conversation. It was really cool. And we managed to help some people. It was wonderful. So, yes, you get me live, my team. You get access to our newsletter. We got a training course. Sensei does chart shows. No AI, no bots, no adverts, no commercials. You'll never see this channel sponsored by anyone. Nothing ever goes up in price. Right? I'm just live all day, every day. Okay, so there you go. If you want to join Discord, unfortunately, you won't get in today. There's a waiting list again for tomorrow, but tomorrow you might get in. And as I say, there you go. There is the link for it. Okay, let's have a little look. That's a catchy phrase. Say what you see. If you see it, say it. Sorted. Catchphrase. If you see it, say it. Yeah, it is catchphrase. You're right. Catchphrase. If you see it, say it. If you're seeing it, yeah. But it was done by Dave on the royal family. That's what I was really getting at. But you're right, though. It was catchphrase. If you see it, say it. If you say it, see it. And then Dave did it on the royal family. Ain't never touching 25. Now my limit order there. Hassan. Okay, let's have a little look. If you see it, say it. I love it. This is an interesting play on 212 earnings showing. May not be. Oh yeah, we've seen the earnings. We've just covered it already. Teach us, Martyn. I do. Every single day, but it's a members only thing or a Discordian thing. Sadly, you're not a member, so you don't see the members videos and all that stuff. Will USAR attract investors like magnets? We certainly hope so. One-on-one, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, every single day. Every single day. If you are a gold member on YouTube, you can book a 1-hour call with me every single month for like $10. I give it to you. My time is worth between $600 and $700 an hour. And I give it to you for $10. That's the difference between the silver and the gold with what you get. $10. That way I can help people, right? There you go. Lucas, be Roy Walker for tonight. Yeah. If you see it, say it. If you say it, see it. Lucas, Roy Walker, you got to show us your trading settings. I haven't got to show you anything, and I do anyway. What do you mean you got to show us your trading settings? That doesn't even make sense. And you've got a name, Y.K8. It's not even a proper question, is it? Why do people come in and just make asses of themselves? I share everything with everybody. I show you my bank account, all my trades. I'm here 12 hours a day, live every day, everything. Ask me a question. I'm even putting you on the screen. But you're just being rude. You got to show us your trade settings. It doesn't even make any sense. It's not even a real name. Probably a beat, my guess. Yes, it was a very good beat. Over $5,000 to 700,000. That's correct. That's correct. Live on the show. You don't have to believe it. You won't believe it. I don't care if you don't believe it. Shall we see what happens if I ask the audience? Okay. There's 229 people watching. There's probably like about 120, 150, 200 members. Guys, have you seen me live on the show? Share all my trades, all my positions. Have I beaten the market, Warren Buffett, the S&P 3 years in a row? Have I gone from 5,000 to 780,000, whatever it is now? Just put yes in the chat or no, you're a bloody liar. Please fact check me. We got 2 minutes to go. Just for a little bit, look, if you look at here, the S&P 500, these are my real shares, real positions. The S&P 500 is up 8.32 this year. That's it. The S&P is up 8.32. Do you agree with that, or is that a lie? Okay, I think you'd agree. Let's go to my stocks and shares. No margin now, sold it all off. And year to date, I'm up 27%. 4x the market. No options, no shorts. In 1 year, I've made $118,000, 73%. I've beaten everybody. Warren Buffett, the S&P, you name it. So there you go. You can say what you want all day long if you want. It makes no bloody difference. USA Rare Earth, 1 minute to go. Let me bring in the earnings. Let's load it up. We got some slides. Cool. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. We are ready for the earnings. Let me just mute it here so there is no audio bleed for a minute. Here we go. Stand by. There it is. I'll bring it to you as soon as it starts. Expect 1 or 2 minutes late. That's quite typical of earnings calls. Let's see what happens. Do you seriously see 100% up to date? No, I don't see anything. I said it certainly can do. That's not what I said. I didn't say it would. I said it can do. It looks cool. I mean the setting computer screen. I don't know what you mean by that. Go Arsenal Football Club. Yes, sir. I'm in Discord. Ah, wonderful. I don't know, of course, who you are on Discord, though, because you've probably got a different name, but welcome. Kurt Savage, hello. Always. Yeah, there you go. Here come all the yeses. Yep. There you go. You see? Everyone's verified and fact-checked me. Crazy has a problem with winking. Crazy. He has a problem. Who has a problem with winking? Who has a problem with winking? Me? Okay. I answer everyone's questions, so they get a bit silly sometimes. 100% Martyn is the real deal that really wants to help people. True words, Martyn. Thank you, mate. Here we go.
And welcome to the USA Rare Earth First Quarter 2026 Earnings Conference Call. All participants will be in listen-only mode. Should you need assistance, please signal a conference specialist by pressing the star key followed by 0. After today's presentation, there will be an opportunity to ask questions. To ask a question, you may press star, then 1 on your telephone keypad. To withdraw your question, please press star, then 2. Please note, this event is being recorded. I would now like to turn the conference over to J.B. Lowe, Vice President and Head of Investor Relations. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Gary. Good afternoon, and welcome to USA Rare Earth's 2026 First Quarter Earnings Conference Call. With me today are Barbara Humpton, Chief Executive Officer, and Rob Steele, Chief Financial Officer. Following Barbara and Rob's updates across our business and quarterly results, we will open the lines for Q&A. I would like to remind participants that today's discussion may contain forward-looking statements. Please refer to the press release and our SEC filings for a discussion of risk factors. Listeners who do not have a copy of the press release or associated presentation may access these documents by visiting the Investor Relations section of the company's website. With that, I will turn the call over to Barbara.
Thank you, JB. USA Rare Earth is at a defining moment. Our mission remains clear: to be the global champion in rare earths and the partner of choice for the advanced materials that underpin Western national security and technological innovation. The initial months of 2026 were defined by our transformational and strategic actions. By announcing 3 critical transactions, Serra Verde, Carester, and the consolidation of TMRC, we are successfully closing the loop on our global mine-to-magnet value chain. Upon completion of these transactions, USA Rare Earth will operate a fully integrated industrial platform that spans 3 continents, and we believe will secure the critical materials essential for allied technological leadership. Our agreement to acquire 100% of the Serra Verde Group is a watershed moment for the Western rare earth industry. This transaction secures a one-of-a-kind operating asset, the Pela Ema mine in Brazil, which is currently the only scaled producer of all 4 magnetic rare earths outside of Asia. Serra Verde's 100% 15-year offtake agreement with a U.S. government-financed SPV that includes price floors for not only NdPr, but for the first time, dysprosium and terbium is a watershed moment. This will provide transparent, reliable price signals previously absent in the market. Additionally, this transaction is expected to accelerate our path to positive cash flow generation, effectively providing an immediate upstream bridge to our domestic Round Top project. We also believe this acquisition strengthens our U.S. and allied government relationships and provides multiple embedded growth opportunities, including a potential phase 2 doubling of Pella Emma's production capacity. The transaction adds significant leadership depth through the appointment of Sir Mick Davis and Thras Moraitis to our board, with Mr. Moraitis also serving as president of the combined company. Next, our planned strategic investment in Carester amplifies our global leadership in heavy rare earth processing, including from recycled sources. We believe our partnership will provide us with contractual and equity relationships across the allied supply chain. In addition, it will grant us access to world-class engineering capabilities and IP that we can apply to the development of our own facilities. Finally, by consolidating 100% economic ownership of the Round Top project, we will streamline our operations, governance, and decision-making to fully capture the high-margin growth of one of North America's most unique heavy rare earth deposits. Together, we believe these three moves will transform USA Rare Earth from a development stage project into the world's most comprehensive integrated rare earth platform. And we're building this platform from a strong financial position. In January, we announced a letter of intent with the Department of Commerce to provide $1.6 billion in funding. We're currently in the final stages of completing definitive documentation and expect this process to be finalized this month. This support, following an intense due diligence effort, represents a validation of our asset base, business model, and growth plans, and will significantly de-risk our path to full-scale production. We also successfully closed a $1.5 billion PIPE. This capital, augmented by the anticipated funding from the Department of Commerce, provides the ability for us to accelerate our build-out, not only in the United States, but across 3 continents. Beyond our strategic acquisitions and investments, we also made great strides in the development of our operations as we build the partner of choice in rare earth elements, oxides, metals, and magnets. The sense of urgency we're seeing from industrial partners and customers has increased dramatically in recent quarters and is present across each of our businesses. The growing interest in our capabilities includes deep engagement with blue-chip OEMs, Tier 1 defense contractors, and pioneers in the data center, aerospace, and physical AI infrastructure sectors. For many of our potential partners, the need for a secure and reliable supply chain for rare earths and critical minerals has moved from an aspiration to a strategic imperative. We're moving with speed to meet this need, and we hit the ground running in the first quarter with several major achievements. In March, we commissioned Phase 1A at our Stillwater magnet manufacturing plant. This transition from developer to operational manufacturer will allow us to initiate customer-ready production of sintered NdFeB magnets in the second quarter, followed by fulfilling sales to customers in the second half of 2026.
There it is.
Our commercial momentum is clear, with frequent on-site visits from leaders in the semiconductor, industrial motor, heavy equipment, and aerospace sectors. We're seeing strong interest from potential customers in qualifying and purchasing non-China NdFeB magnets. In several cases, we're seeing demand for safety stocks of semi-finished block magnets that can be finished into final shapes as needed. In our midstream operations, we're scaling metal, alloy, and strip cast capacity to meet our own internal manufacturing demand and increased interest from a broader set of potential customers. Here, too, we're seeing inquiries for both real-time needs and safety stock. Complementing this growth, Complementing this growth, we have advanced our plans for less common metals in Lac, France. Co-located with Carrister's CareMag facility, this hub will establish a comprehensive European supply chain for rare earth processing and metal production, further strengthening our globally integrated mine-to-magnet platform. This heightened level of interest for specialized light and heavy rare earth metals underscores the unique technical capabilities we possess at LCM. Beyond our capabilities in magnetic metals and alloys, we're receiving an increasing number of inquiries for more specialized products, including gallium and gadolinium. And just last month, we completed our first commercial yttrium metal pour, which places us among a limited number of producers outside of China for a metal essential to high-temperature aerospace components, such as turbine blades. Executing this vision requires the A-team. We've recently expanded our leadership team with the appointments of Valerie Ford Jacob as Chief Legal Officer, Gregory Bowman as Chief Global Policy Officer and Head of External Affairs, J.B. Lowe as Vice President and Head of Investor Relations, and Chaitan Kansal, CK, as Chief Commercial Officer. Upon the closing of the Serra Verde Group transaction, the addition of Thras Moraitis as president will further strengthen our executive leadership team. We've also added vital expertise to our board with Thras, Sir Mick Davis, and Global Foundries Executive Chairman Dr. Thomas Caulfield, whose experience in scaling complex industrial platforms is essential to our global speed. Now let me hand it off to Rob Steele to cover our financial performance.
Thanks, Barbara. Now turning to our Q1 results. Revenues for the quarter were approximately $6 million derived from our metal-making business at LCM. We are actively expanding our operations at LCM to meet the growing demand for metals and alloys and expect revenue to increase at LCM throughout 2026. Gross profit was slightly positive, and we expect gross margins at LCM to improve as utilization at the UK facility increases throughout the year. Operating expenses in the quarter were approximately $37 million. When adjusted for M&A-related expenses and stock-based comp, our ongoing operating expenses were approximately $25 million. We reported a net loss attributable to common stockholders of $67 million, or a loss per share of 34 cents. This includes a non-cash fair value adjustment of $43.6 million related to our warrant and earnout liabilities. Excluding this, our adjusted net loss was $24.1 million, or an adjusted net loss per share of 12 cents, which we believe is a more accurate reflection of our core operating performance. Moving to our balance sheet. We are in a very strong financial position, ending the quarter with approximately $1.75 billion in cash, which includes proceeds from the $1.5 billion PIPE that closed in January. Our strong cash position has provided us the flexibility and liquidity to execute and accelerate our mine-to-magnet strategy, which our recently announced investments and activities demonstrate. As we keep advancing, we will continue to actively and prudently manage the capital intensity required to build out a world-class integrated value chain. Capital expenditures for the quarter were approximately $40 million, largely related to the build-out of our magnet manufacturing capacity and ramp-up at LCM UK. As Barbara mentioned, we are currently in the final stages of completing definitive documentation for our LOI with the Department of Commerce and expect this process to be finalized this month. Moving to an update on our operations. At our Wheat Ridge R&D headquarters, our hydrometallurgical facility is currently commissioning solvent extraction circuits for the 3 demonstrations: the round-top flow sheet, third-party MREC separation, and magnet swarf recycling. All 3 demonstrations are expected to be up and running within the next several weeks. We have also commenced vat leaching at Round Top, which will supply feedstock to the hydromet facility. At Round Top, we are moving forward with our definitive feasibility study, which we expect to be completed year-end and published in Q1 2027. We have already put in new infrastructure and have initiated drilling on our water lease. Key process data is currently being validated by Fluor, and additional processing inputs critical to the PFS will be completed within the next month. We are also in the process of awarding our civil geotechnical drilling contract for all 9 mining infrastructure, including the heap leach pad sites at Round Top. And in addition to the demonstration work at Round Top and at Wheat Ridge, we will soon commence a 3-rig drilling campaign to drill over 15,000 feet of core for resource upgrading and geotechnical pit design. At Stillwater, we are ramping magnet capacity to reach a run rate of 600 metric tons per annum by year-end. After commissioning Phase 1A in March, we have started to produce commercial magnets that can be used for customer qualification. As Barbara mentioned, much of the near-term demand we see in magnets is from customers looking to build safety or insurance stocks of semi-finished block magnets, which we are currently producing at Stillwater. In addition, our finishing equipment is already on site and should be up and running at the beginning of Q3. In midstream, we expect LCM to reach 3,000 metric tons per annum of metal making and strip cast capacity by Q4. As Barbara mentioned, beyond our growing internal metal and alloy needs, we are seeing heightened third-party demand for the unique technical capabilities we possess at LCM from both NdFeB and samarium cobalt magnet manufacturers and specialty rare earth and critical metal and alloy customers. We are proud of how much we've accomplished this year so far and look forward to closing all of our transactions. While we will not be providing financial guidance at this time, we do look forward to our first Investor Day, which we are planning for Q3 2026 after we close the Serra Verde transaction. Operator, we are now ready to open the lines for Q&A.
All the keywords I spoke about were mentioned. It's good.
To ask a question,
now you get some questions. Bound to mention China.
On your telephone
this is great. Good.
If you
I
are
like
using
it.
a speakerphone,
this can
please
go
pick
up.
up your handset before pressing the key.
Very nice. Very nice.
To withdraw your question, please press star then 2. At this time, we will pause momentarily to assemble our roster. The first question is from Derek Soderberg with Cantor Fitzgerald. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hey everyone. Thanks for taking my questions. I wanted to start with the Serra Verde acquisition. In the 8K, it looks like the valuation currently is $3.64 billion. That might be higher than previous targets, but it says there's potentially a 25% increase should your share price perform. Can you just remind us what the mechanics of the equity portion of the consideration is? You know, is there a cap on the share issuance, and you know, how should we sort of model the ultimate dilution if the stock performs well here?
Yeah, I mean, the way the deal is structured is $300 million of cash and just under 127 million shares of common stock.
Got it. That's helpful. And then as my follow-up, sort of a two-part question on the CHIPS funding. Looks like the agreement was supposed to be signed last month. Barbara, you talked about some intense due diligence. Can you maybe just expand on what might have caused, you know, the slight delay? And then I'm curious if anything's changed regarding the milestones the government is requiring to unlock the various tranches of the capital. Thanks.
Okay, great. Yeah, Derek, thanks. Happy to address this. First of all, let me say I am so thrilled to be working with the Department of Commerce, because imagine since January, when we first announced the letter of intent, we've had significant announcements on our side. And I will tell you that the professionals at the Department of Commerce, first of all, abided by all guidelines in terms of how they treated us through this. They were an investor and recognized the fact that we have a growing business we needed to attend to. And when we shared with them our intent to, for instance, acquire Serra Verde, it caused them to have to go back through and review and validate decisions they had already made. I'm happy to say that every move we've made has actually strengthened our deal, but there was great work to be done on the commerce side. So we are in the final stages. We look forward to closing the transaction very shortly, and we'll be back to you with news. Rob, anything you would answer along with that?
No, I think that really covers it. We're in the final stages of the documentation, and we'll be sharing more when we complete it.
Yeah, grateful to those patriots who are busy helping us get this launched.
Great. Thanks so much.
The next question is from Neil Dingman with William Blair. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Barbara and Rob. Nice details. My question is just on feedstock. You talk about ramping up. I know you continue to be right on schedule for 1A, the 600, I think, by the end of this year, and then ramping to the 1200. Do you already have that feedstock? Will that be coming partly from Carrister, or could you just talk about where you're going to be sourcing that?
Yeah, I mean, look, we already have the feedstock to commence operation in the initial phases here, and we have a lot of opportunities as we ramp production going forward, including from Carrister, where we already have plans and an agreement with them to recycle our swarf that we produce from the Stillwater magnet-making facility. And as you know, they have essentially in Europe unmatched heavy rare earth processing capability. But there's also a lot of other sources that we can obtain feedstock, including through Serra Verde and hopefully the SPV associated with that. So we feel very good about the position we're in and our ability to scale our feedstock with our operation.
Perfect. Thanks, Rob. And then just secondly, really like the Carrister deal, the strategic partnership, and everything announced there. Could you talk about, just timing behind as far as, I don't know if you could.
We lost you, Neil.
Yeah, unfortunately, Neil's line disconnected right now, so we're going to move on to, again, if you have a question, please press star, then 1. The next question is from Suji De Silva with Roth Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, Barbara. Hi, Rob. So, Barbara, you highlighted the customers and wanting safety stock. I'm just curious if you could kind of give us some sense, maybe quantify or qualitatively, how drastic the situation is relative to where the customers would like to be, and if that could soak up the first several quarters or years even of your demand just to get customers in a comfortable position.
Yeah, I think this is a really critical thing for us to be sharing with all of you about our sales strategy in magnets. We recognize that the situation is dire. Should China choose to withhold materials at any time, it's critical for manufacturers in the U.S. and with our allies to be able to get access to materials. So our strategy is not to devote our manufacturing lines to a small number of off-takers. Instead, we're focused in on reaching a broad set of stakeholders across many sectors of the economy. And already we're beginning to hear pronouncements from, for instance, auto OEMs who are directing their suppliers to maintain up to a 1-year supply of permanent magnets and or metals. So we know the demand is out there. We are being approached by aerospace and defense customers who have a January 1st, 2027 deadline for being able to source materials from sources outside of China. And really the key thing here is, let me go back to magnets. When we deal with magnets, the sales process is first, identify potential demand. That's called at the top of the funnel.
I can buy this now. When I see a dip, I can buy this.
Validation process. We're entertaining many potential customers with on-site visits. Third is to actually get a production line up and running. Check. Completed that during Q1. Now we're capable of producing the prototype material that customers need in order to do their own independent validation of the quality of our magnets. That process is going on right now. That ultimately leads to purchase orders, and we expect those to start flowing in the second half of the year. Now, what's interesting is metals are similar, but we've had a lot of success with customers visiting less common metals, having an opportunity to get prototype material, including that very coveted yttrium metal. So you look for that to get exciting. The thing I've been most surprised by is that here we are doing our pilot drilling and the early demonstration work, our pilot plant, et cetera, for Round Top, and already we have customers lining up to establish supply agreements for the oxides that we'll be producing from that deposit. I am very bullish on the demand signal being strong, and the only question we have to our team is how fast can we move?
That's very helpful, color. Thank you, Barbara.
That was all.
And then maybe for Rob, there were some filings after the close of registrations. Can you talk about which of those are additional shares versus existing shares, new shares planned? Any color there would be helpful. Thanks.
Sorry, on the registration statements?
Correct, yeah.
I'm sorry, what were you? Yeah, so look, we have... Sorry, go ahead, Suji.
No, those are new shares versus existing shareholders registering.
Yeah, it's a combination of shares that are being registered right now. So as part of our merger process, of course, we're going through a proxy where we're registering the shares that we're acquiring, and we're maintaining the registration statements for the securities that we issued associated with the PIPE. And so there's multiple shares that we're registering right now.
Okay. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, if you have a question, please press star, then 1.
There it is.
Please stand
That's
by
all
as
the
we poll
points
for
I was
questions.
trying to, all the words we were looking for in the presentation for the 10 facts. That's why we do it. Perfect. That's why we do it.
Our next question is from Neil Dingman with William Blair. Please go ahead.
Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. For you or Rob, just my question was, the second question I had was just on Carrister. Love the strategic partnership there. Any details you could give as far as timing, volumes, kind of all that good stuff, how quickly we might continue to see that ramp up?
Yeah, so timing of the close is coming up, so we're still working on final definitive documentation there. But their facility starts ramping near the end of this year is when they come online, and they'll scale over the course of 2027. And they're going to be servicing. They're going to be sourcing and servicing in Europe, and some of that material will ultimately flow back into us, as well as ultimately into Japan.
So, do you know what percent, Rob, yet is for you all, or is that too early to tell?
It's in our agreement, so we have a fixed amount, but it's based upon scaling, and so at this point, it's a little bit too early to tell.
Very good. Thanks for the details.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to pause on Neil's question because you'll see plenty in the press today about the fact that processing is the weak link in the chain. And so what I think investors really should focus in on is that our ability to bring processing from the world leaders outside of China, have that intellectual property available to the team at USA Rare Earth, gives us the ability to work with not only our own deposits, but deposits anywhere. The third-party MREC line that we're standing up as part of our deal with the Department of Commerce says we can take material from other deposits and actually produce oxides that, again, flow through this value chain. We're not aiming for an integrated supply chain. What we're doing is scaling every link in the chain, recognizing there are multiple off-takers for not only the raw minerals, the oxides as well, ultimately the metals, and then the magnets.
This concludes our question and answer session. I would like to turn the conference back over to Barbara Humpton for any closing remarks.
Great. Thank you so much. And I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Let me come back to the question that Suji asked about customers, because there's a real distinction here about the strategy we're taking at USA Rare Earth. We know we're creating the platform that will be the leader within the global rare earth industry. As we get started with this flywheel, we're seeking to serve as many customers as possible, supplying safety stock, knowing that this is the high margin play. This is going to be generating shareholder value as we address those areas of the economy that are most critical. Now, we're playing out this strategy now. You've seen how fast we've been moving, and I just want to call everybody's attention to the things that are still ahead of us this year. We are on the brink of signing that definitive agreement with the Department of Commerce. We're getting ready to commission the hydrometallurgical demonstration facility in Colorado, and you can look for news this quarter. We're going to be working on this definitive feasibility study for Round Top throughout the year, but look for details as we accomplish significant milestones toward that end. In Stillwater, we're building out the capacity and reaching the 600 metric ton per annum run rate that we're striving for, and then we're scaling out metal making. We'll be providing news to you, the shareholders, as we go, because we want you to have insight as we build out this global leader. Thanks for joining us today.
There it is. You heard it. That was CEO speak for what's happening tomorrow. That's what that was. I speak to CEOs all the time. They can't tell you on the call, oh, well, we're having a conversation tomorrow and da-da-da-da-da. But she says, look for this, look for that. That was CEO speak. So I'm looking for an entry point on this. So very, very exciting. This is the sort of stock that could 10x very, very easily. Oh yes. So I'm going to be paying close attention to this now. So folks, what I've done, I've put together the CEO statement. Well, you were listening. I was working out numbers, putting stuff together. I want this next video to blow up. This is the CEO statement of USAR. Right, look at this. I put this out. It goes live in 4 minutes. So I want everyone to watch it all the way through and share. It's only 5 minutes long. All right, here we go. This is the event here. Right, let me just make it clearer. Right, this one here, this is live in 4 minutes. This is the CEO statement I've put together while we were working. I was getting all that done. I'd like to see it drop like 5-10%, and then I'll start to look at this seriously. So let me give you the link there. It's pinned to the top. Give it you 3 times. As I end this, it's going to take you directly there. What I want you to do is, if you're interested in this stock, if you want to see it do well, if you're a patriot, if you want to see America do well, if you want to see this stock do well, if you want to make some money for yourself, whatever it is. Remember, I'm not sponsored by anyone. No one pays me to say this stuff. I just listen, and I'm just trying to make some money, right? As we finish right now, there's 217 of you watching. You're all USA rare earth potential investors looking at this. This goes live in 3 minutes. As we end, I've given you the link. Click on the link and it'll automatically take you there. And what I want you to do is, there's enough of you here to make this go sort of semi-viral, really, because not many people are paying attention to this. No one's covering it tonight. No one's looking at it yet. So if you all watch it, it's only a few minutes long, all watch it all the way through, 100% watch time, like, share, click the share button, put it on your social media and leave a comment. I'll reply to all my members' comments. All right. I want to see this do well. And anyone who tags me in Instagram or X, whatever, I'll give you my links right now. I will repost it as well and then tag you in it to blow up your portfolio. This could be very interesting for America. All right. So there is my X account. There's my Instagram. If you want Discord, one-on-one training, I will onboard some more people tomorrow. Not today. We are fully allocated. There's Discord. There's a YouTube membership. That's exciting. 2 minutes to go. It's about to go live. So if you're interested, you want to get part of it, Martyn, are you looking for a long-term investment or a short-term trade? Always both. I'm always looking to make money quickly, and I'm always looking to make money in the long term. As long as my portfolio is winning and I'm always making money, that's all that matters. As long as I'm beating the market consistently, that's all that matters to me. Right. It's going live in 1 minute. You've got the links. It's pinned to the top. It'll take you there automatically. Everybody, 223. I want to see 223 people in the premiere right now. The CEO statement. Very, very exciting. USAR up 79% year to date. Yeah, this could be huge. All right. This could be a sort of a 10x. Whatever we get tomorrow, if there is anything to do with this tomorrow with Xi Jinping over the next few days, boom, this could be great. So there you go. We brought it to you. The rest is up to you. Get it out to the world. There's 206 people in the chat right now. Let's get 206 views, 100% watch time. Click like, click share, 206 comments. I'll reply to every single one of my members. That's it from me. Thank you very much. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to share it. You're going to see it all over my socials, and I'm going to be in the chat watching the premiere with you live as well. That's it from me. We're getting a little bit of a dip now. That's nice. Nice. I'm watching that. Okay, guys, it goes live in 60 seconds. See you all there. Let's do it. It's a night for Americans tonight, and those that like making money, quite potentially. Here we go. Until next time, see you back in the morning. See you on the premiere. Take care of yourselves and each other.